This is Mutabaruka. We want to present to you a wholesome kind of level of consciousness right now. So subscribe and tell your friend them. This is Mutabaruka.
Like I said, thou shalt not kill, and you look at how much people God killed. Then you have to question the whole idea. You know, see, God wipe out the whole of the earth according to the Bible. Kill everybody, yet still it said thou shalt not kill. So you wonder now who is giving that law. That law was there long before even Moses gave it, you know. So it's just that how people look on the Bible, it might reason like you can't figure out nothing in it. You have to just accept it how it is. Which now when you start to figure it out, when you start to accept it as how it is, you lose your intelligence and your perception of reason. That you start to accept irrational things and unreasonable things, and don't question it because you are taught to believe that these things is coming from God. So even no matter how irrational it is, you as a human being can't question the irrationality of the thing, which I refuse to accept that. I can't read a book and see something where don't make no sense to me, and then I wanna tell me say I can't question it because it's coming from God, which you know say is not true. The book was written by men. You have to pass off your faith as history. As the man said, a lot of it is not historical nor biological. And a lot of it is misinterpretation too, because a lot of people who profess it don't really know what was the political situation at the time when certain things was said or was done. The Greeks control, the Romans control. Just like Jamaica now. Britain control, America control. So the whole political situation, writing about the social order and the social condition would have to reflect a British or an American perspective. But you know them say believe kill and believe cure. Knowledge is the key. As I said, next week we're going to present the devil. These things don't happen on religious programs in Jamaica. So once again, we kind of divert the program and carry going on next ribs, but opening up your mind. I will say your mind opening, you know, and don't just narrate, you know, because it's not about fighting, it's about just looking at it as it is, without interpretations or anything. Just look at it as it is. You understand? Don't try to put your interpretation in there and try to confuse the issue. Just read it and see. Just look at it. All people need a good historical background to really understand certain things where input in history. Because if he had known, or if the ones who believe this thing in this time had known the historical happenings at the time, maybe they would look at things in a different light. Which God is it really that's supposed to be the God that we almost deal with? Is it the God, that warrior God, you know, that God who sent Moses to go wipe out people, that God who tell people must kill animals because love the scent of the dead flesh? Or is it that compassionate God? It's three different levels of God in the Bible, you know. There's three different levels of God in the Bible if you really want to check it. There's as we say, warrior God. There's almost a God. There's a God who distance himself from the people, but him talk to the so-called prophets, you know, that the prophets almost represent him. And then there's this loving God that represented in the New Testament. You know, people always tell you, say, God not change, you know, the same God yesterday, today, and forever. But when you look on the evolution of God, or the concept of God, that is why we have a problem with that concept there. Because if you look on the the presentation of God right through, you'll realize that this is a God where evolve. It evolves. And as man evolves, so God evolves. And the reason why you always will have God, because you will always have man. Because man is always searching for that entity outside himself to solve the mystery of life for him. You know, and the three different stages, levels that we see. Can we truly say that the God where Isaiah and Jeremiah did a worship was the same God where Moses did a worship? Or can we truly say that the same God where Moses did a worship manifests himself in the same New Testament idea of Christianity? Because Christianity developed a new kind of God. You know, Christianity developed a new perception of God. Because the God where them say Jesus Christ profess, it wasn't unique to that Jewish under the Roman Empire. Because if you go and travel the Eastern continents, the Eastern world, you will see that a lot of these ideas did there in Asia hundreds of years before the advent of Christianity. So the idea is not a new idea, it's just that because it is written down in a book that is used by the conquerors is able to propagandize their ideas more than the conquered. So when a big empire like Rome decided going to officially take this concept and make it become a state religion, Rome is the conqueror. So obviously it's going to be the dominant idea. And then over the years, wars have been fought to maintain that idea. Many, many wars have been fought to maintain that idea. Even to this day, there's a man by the name of George Bush who is fighting a war right now to maintain that idea. Because he himself declared that he is on a mission from God. Him, George Bush, said that. He is on a mission from God. So you know, say, there's always this concept of God that man have to dominate and to sustain certain absolute power through some, what he want to tell you, some divine intervention, which there's no intervention more than his mind that is perpetuating this consciousness, this thinking. So we are declaring now, say, we have to rethink and reevaluate this idea that we have about God. Just like a couple months ago we played this thing named Tomorrow's God. What is the perception of tomorrow's God that we shall have? Is it the perception like what we declare 6,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, or 2,000 years ago? We have to come up with our understanding based upon what is given to us in this time, with information. You know, we have to search for our heritage as African people also. We can't leave out that.
So true.
In order to shape this concept of God, or this idea of God in this time, we have to take into consideration our heritage, our African heritage, our environment that we live in and now, and shape that idea out of that. That's a serious thing. We can't just keep taking from and passing down the old-time religion. Yeah.
The first time we are linked up. So me I say, what would I like to know is a young youth still, and I admire Rastafari to a level, you get me? We love the whole concept of how Rasta deal with things. I mean, true Rasta still, but I really mean the nowadays certain youth are just say them a Rasta. So I say the foundation. I like yourself and them couple of the Rasta what I know about the place still. What would I like to know more is the Bible. is a true story or is just myth of something more somebody think and write.
The Bible is not one book, you know, it's many books. See, so you can't just look on the Bible as, you know, the Bible. You know, the Bible is a collection of different books written over a different period of time.
Yeah.
Right? So,
yeah, me get the level.
yeah. So in order to understand where I go on, you have to understand why is it that the man them write when they write what they write and what was happening at the time when they write it. You see, we can't just take it some bomb from that part from 2,000 years and bring it right on yourself. Or 3,000 years and bring it right on yourself. You see, you have things your man say that can hold you. No, like love thy neighbor as thyself. No one couldn't fight against love thy neighbor as thyself. That is something where clear cut, without any apology. Love thy neighbor as thyself. What we always talk about is the historical references that people make towards the Bible and start to push it and make it feel like there's a real thing. Or certain little things that is done in the Bible that people say it happened for true. We are debate what happened for true and how is it possible for happening for true. So in one sense we're saying that the Bible is full of myth, stories of mythology. And in the next sense we are saying there's certain reasoning that is given in that book that a man can hold on upon.
Yeah, well, enough of them we really can't live without the truth. That when a man say, thou shalt not kill, you know. And that we like
if a man say, thou shalt not kill, and you look on how much people God killed, then you have to go question the whole idea. You know, see, God wipe out the whole of the earth according to the Bible, kill everybody, yet still it said, thou shalt not kill. So you wonder now, who is giving that law? That law was there long before even Moses did, you know, so it's just that how people look on the Bible, it might reason like you can't figure out nothing in it. You have to just accept it how it is. Which now when you start to figure it out, when you start to accept it as how it is, you lose your intelligence and your perception of reason. That you start to accept irrational things and unreasonable things. And don't question it because you are taught to believe that these things is coming from God. So even no matter how irrational it is, you as a human being can't question the irrationality of the thing, which I refuse to accept that. I can't read a book and see something where don't make no sense to me, and then I wanna tell me say I can't question it because it's coming from God, which you know say is not true. The book was written by men just like me and you. You see what I say, brethren? You're gone. All right, I hope you're not listening with your loud radio still. Yeah, we just say that books are written, man, and books are, 66 books in this King James Bible. Yeah. You have Apocrypha with about 14 more books, where they never include in this. If you read Catholic Bible, you will see the 14 other books in it. You know, we have said that we can't just accept things because it's in our book. And we were told that it's God. Word. Also much discrepancies in the God word. When you look on it, there's so much discrepancies. And that even it has showing like man has steer upon the madness, you know. You must steer upon the discrepancies, you know. And I try to tell you, say, boy, right now, yeah, but discrepancies to you, but to God are not discrepancies. So you have to just allow it because you know say God right that. So you can't go question that. Who is you as a mere man to go question the word of God? That is what them all with all the while. Them all with that reasoning they all the while say you can't question nothing in the Bible because the Bible is the word of God. What a great power a man have over here when them use a book to manipulate your whole the ability to reason. That is something that is given to human beings. The ability to comprehend and reason is taken away from you. When a man tell you, say, you can't reason objectively about a book that is written by men. It's really a powerful, agonizing state of affairs when you really check it. You know, who is you to come talk about your question this and question that? You know, when a man tell you why the son, Joshua command the son to stand still. And he said that I insinuate that the son did not move. What kind of man? You know, I reason with an intelligent person that I did about this thing here. A daughter from Ethiopia. I sit down with this daughter from Ethiopia and I say, sister, you're intelligent. And you seem to can reason out and rationalize things. So when it comes to this irrational line, you give it up to God and say, well, if you are reasoning, is it in the Bible? I'm going to say, yeah, then in the Bible. She said, well, from it is in the Bible, it's true. She said, maybe the sun not moving now, but at that time, the sun was, this is a daughter who is very, she can reason. But when it comes on to the Bible now, and to reason out how the hell a man can stop the sun, to make the sun stay still. What magnitude of power him have? She said, God, and God can do anything, which is the normal reason that most Christians give you, who lose all perception and perspective of reasoning. The power to reason is taken away when we start to deal with now this book.
Serious matter.
How is it possible that normal, sensible, so-called sensible people can be so irrational when it comes on to a book named the Bible? Yet still they will question every other book. They will go to school and the teacher will tell them something and they will question it, go around it, write thesis on it and all them things there. But when it comes on to them intellect and how to comprehend, it is taken away from them. It's a serious thing.